Hey guys, Scott with Mayhem RC. Just want to talk to you today about the SCX10 II. Picked this up last week, and it was something that I kind of shied away from for a while. I was looking for a rock bouncer, a rock racer, not so much a rock crawler, and just didn't really know much about the SCX10 II, but the low C rock ray, which I've talked about, has been put on hold just for a couple of weeks. The release has been delayed, so I got a little excited about getting out on the trail. So I went and purchased a Axial SCX10 II, and I gotta say it's pretty awesome. So I'm gonna actually get the truck and show you some of the upgrades and things I did to it. So we're gonna stop the video for now, and we'll be right back with you. All right, guys, we're back, and this is the Axial SCX10 II RTR version. First thing I want to say about this vehicle is the color. When you look at the box, and even the pictures on the websites and things where it's advertised, I wasn't excited about the color. Not at all. As a matter of fact, it's one reason why I didn't really want to buy the RTR. But I don't really have time yet. I'm going to build a kit eventually. But right now, I just don't have the time to put into actually putting a whole kit together. So I guess I went the impatient way. But the color of this vehicle, just in the videos and things, I just didn't know. But honestly, after pulling it out of the box, it looks good. I like it. I even love the Cherokee body now, and it's something I actually contemplating changing before I ever went out on the trails, buying a brand new body and sticking on it. But actually, I'm glad that I stuck with the Cherokee body. I actually love the color. And just going to show you guys real quick some of the things that I did to it. And they're going to tell you how it performed, because as you can see, it's got some battle scars, and it's already been out on the trail, and it's been beaten up just a little bit. And hey, you're not having fun if you're not scratching it up, right? So just going to show you real quick before I take the body off. My friend over at Bulletproof RC, Keith, he is really good with electronics and with wiring and things of that nature. And so he helped me out with installing all of my LEDs. And as you can see, we have the amber for the turn signals and headlights and fog lights. And then even in the rear, we have tail lights. Now, the one thing that you can't do with the RTR version, well, there's a way you can do it, but it's not easy. But because the body comes painted, you get these decals on here for the tail lights, and it's also painted behind here too. So you don't really have the option of doing the aftermarket light buckets. They actually make light buckets that fit behind here that attach to the Lexan, and will take the LEDs for all sizes. I mean, for all three colors in these. That's right here on this sticker. And really cool, because Keith has it. His SCX10 II is the kit version, and he actually had painted his body and decided to do that later. Well, you can take brake fluid and take paint off a Lexan. The only problem is brake fluid, when you put it on a Lexan body, can, and most times does, make the plastic weak in that area. And as we found out on the trails, I believe Keith told me his body split right here on this corner with one of the tumbles. So we think, in fact, it did make it weak. But put some hot racing toe shackles on, front and rear, and the body doesn't come with your door handles installed. You have to do that yourself. It's RTR, it's ready to run. It doesn't necessarily have all the customization on it. Did come with the mirrors and all the decals and all those things. These are not the stock wheels, of course. Actually, I have one, and those are the stock tires. These were the stock wheels. Nothing wrong with them. They're just black and they're plastic and kind of plain and, in my opinion, boring. So I changed them up, but still very heavy, durable, good wheels. Nothing wrong with them at all. Just I wanted a little more personal look to mine. So I'm going to set the camera down and I'm going to take the body off because it's kind of hard to hold the camera and do that at the same time, and there's no sense in dragging y'all through all of that shakiness. So I will be right back with you guys. Alright, so we have the body off, and it's going to show you a few things I did to upgrade. Nothing that I think that was necessarily needed to be done before you take it out on the trail, because it so wasn't. This vehicle is absolutely ready to go out on the trail as soon as you pull it out of the box. Charge the battery, put it in it. Comes with this really cool tactic remote. I was gonna change it and put a receiver from my FlySky in this vehicle, but you know, when you're out rock crawling, isn't just the vehicle. You have to do some rock crawling yourself. So in the event that I drop this remote and it I need to turn that off. In the event that I drop this remote and it breaks it, well, I'm not going to quite care as much as I would if I dropped my FlySky remote. So I opted just to keep that, and it works great. I mean, it's flawless. There's nothing wrong with that remote at all. But I did install some aluminum bodied, sorry about the camera work there, guys, aluminum bodied shocks. The RTR comes with the plastic body shocks. Perform great. Just I think in my me and my friends have learned over the years that plastic wears out faster than aluminum. All shocks wear out. All of them have to be rebuilt eventually. And the other thing into these, just they look a little better. They look more like what comes on a real vehicle, more scale realism. So that was one of the other reasons that I put them on here. Changed out the plastic drive shafts for Hot Racing's steel drive shafts. As you can see, it's already got some wear on them from running the trails Monday. So front and rear, it's got a Axial 35 turn brushed motor in it, as well as a 13 tooth pinion gear and a 56 tooth spur gear, I believe is the gearing in it at the moment. It's got a lot of torque, and right now I'm just running 2S. I didn't have any vehicles that ran anything else until now, so I've actually ordered a 3S 5200 milliamp 35C LiPo from HRB batteries. I believe they come from China. Can't really remember where they come from, but they're great batteries. Keith at Bulletproof uses them all the time, and he's never had an issue with them, so ordered me one, and they're also very cost effective. Right out of the box, this vehicle is really in good shape. As you can see, it's got the difference between this and the kit. There's quite a few things, and I'm not going to name them all, but one of the noticeable difference, if you get a kit, you'll get the aluminum links for the suspension front and rear, and with the RTR they come with steel chrome links, and you can see there's no damage to these at all. And I went over some pretty sharp rocks with this. You look there, some damage or some scrapes done to the skid plate. So took a few tumbles. We were out last Monday. But the one thing I want to show you guys here is a lot of people like to do their own touches on their vehicle so that it looks like theirs, so it doesn't look like everyone else is out on the trail. And so I actually bought these tires and wheels from Keith at Bulletproof RC. He had an extra set and he had laying around. These are actually stock tires, same tires that came with the RTR, but the wheels are SSD stamped metal. This is more of a rally wheel. It's a 5-piece wheel. It's got inner and outer center, as well as the ring that's in the tire, and the bead lock, and then all of these screws that you see here. There, you have to install every last one of them and tighten them down. Very cool wheel. I like it. Adds more weight to the vehicle so that it actually gets better traction. But when I got the wheels from Keith, they were silver and black. The red ring that you see there was black, and I wanted them to be red because you see the vehicle. A lot of people don't like this, but I do. I just like red accents on a vehicle. The RTR, and I think the kit version as well, comes with this the axial covers for the diffs that are red, and so I just stayed with that theme. And so I took these wheels apart, and it took me about 3 hours to do this total, but I really feel like it was well worth it. So I took it apart, took the wheels out of the tires, took the bead lock ring off, and I de-anodized them because they were black anodized. The way you do that, if you don't know, if you've never seen that done, is you get some grease lightning, and I'll show it to you. Regular household cleaner and degreaser, grease lightning, and you put it in a bowl, and you put the pieces that you're wanting to de-anodize down in the grease lightning and wait about 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and you will see you'll actually see it start to come off, and it will turn silver. Now the trick is, when you do this, just as soon as it all comes off, and you can, after about 30 minutes, you can take a toothbrush and kind of help it, kind of scrub it the rest of the way off. But as soon as you get it all off, you need to take it straight out of the grease lightning and put it in the water, or they will kind of tarnish. And if they tarnish, that can be fixed as well. You just take an SOS pad and just kind of shine them back up. But if you want to skip that step, just make sure you run them up under water and rinse them off very well as soon as they come out of the grease lightning. But I wanted mine red, as you can see. So I took them apart, de-anodized them, got them down to silver. When I got done de-anodizing these rings, they were black. And if you look at my profile picture on my channel, you'll see these rings were black because I took the profile picture when we were out on the trail. And they were as black as they could be, and they turned this color, same, just the silver, just like the stamp wheel. And I took some, and people have asked me, so how'd you get that anodized look? Because it looks like they're red anodized now, and they do look that way. You look at the toe shackles; those are red anodized, and the wheels. If you look at them in person, I don't know if I can actually get it to do it on camera. But if you look at it in person, they definitely look anodized. So what I did was I went to my local auto parts store. Here it was Advanced. And I picked up some Duracolor metal cast anodized surface color system. It's very durable, very easy to use, sticks well. You just sand your rings up a little bit, or sand whatever it is you want to paint or to turn that color. This comes in all kinds of colors. I don't know if this has a code. Yep, it actually does have a code on it. This is called, if I can get the camera to focus. Not sure that I'll be able to. Just red anodized. So, picked this up at my local auto parts store, and was able to paint these rings and put them back on the vehicle. It worked out really well. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. You might be wondering, well, what happens when you get out on a trail and you... All right, sorry guys, had a little camera issue. So you might be thinking, all right, so what if you get out on the trail and you scratch them up? The rocks are going to do that. You might be thinking, well, then you got to take them back apart just to paint them again. A lot of trouble. Actually, you don't. So what I did was took and sprayed some of the paint into a bowl, took a paintbrush and touched it up. Because when I was putting this one together, I get impatient about not letting things dry when I paint them. And when I put this one together, I nicked it really good. And as you can see, you can't tell that I touched it up with a paintbrush. That's exactly what I did. So, it's really cool to be able to customize with, do your own stuff, make it your own, and to use color like that. And, just, you don't always have to go out and buy the parts. You can do some of this yourself. And, I know some of you guys, you do your own metal work, you build your own chassis, you do it all. I'm not to that level yet. But for somebody like me who is just a hobby enthusiast, love to run the RCs and go hang out with my friends, it's really awesome to be able to do your own little touches to each truck. So, I hope you guys can learn something from this, and you don't always have to go buy everything. So, but I want to talk about this truck and how it performed on the trail. The Axial SCX10 II is an incredible vehicle. I know there's a lot of other very good rock crawlers out there. Not gonna knock anyone, but this one performed flawlessly. When I used to run RCs a lot when I was a teenager, it was all about going fast. It was all about how fast could you go, not going slow. And, the rock crawlers are slow, but they're powerful, and they do some amazing things. We had 3 SCX10 II versions out there. The other 2 were kits. This was the only RTR. And we climbed up a 4.5 foot rock, 65-degree angle. Didn't make it the first time. You saw my body's a little banged up. Rolled a couple times down that big mountain of a rock for this. But it did go up, and it did go over. And I am just thoroughly impressed with the SCX10 II. Still want a low-C rock ray for the rock racing, the rock bouncer. But, excuse me, guys, I am not disappointed in any way about this vehicle. So, it's if you've ever thought about rock crawling and you're looking for a vehicle, you can't go wrong with the SCX10 II. I'm just a normal guy. No one's paying me to say these things. Like a lot of the advertisers. We just try to go out, have fun, and I want to tell you what it did. And this truck, it performed flawlessly as far as I'm concerned. If my driving skill was up to the technology of the truck, there's no telling what it'll do. So I've got a lot to learn. But if you're looking to get into this is definitely something you should look at. RTR, I paid $400 for it. That didn't come with a battery, but it came with everything else. And it's just a really, really nice vehicle. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed the customizations. There'll be more to come. There's other parts that I want to put on it to make it look the way I want it to look. Some of them will be performance. Probably going to put a Racing 23-turn motor in it. So just, sometimes when we're just going trail riding, we like to goof off and get a little faster. So I might up the motor in it, and just a few other customized parts. But all in all, I'm happy with this. You don't need to do anything to this when you pull it out of the box. You don't need those wheels. You don't need the toe shackles. You don't need all these things. They're just things I like to do to just to dress it up and make it mine. The wheels do have a function because they're heavier. It'll actually help keep your truck planted down better than the plastic wheels. But other than that, the plastic wheels are fine. They got wheel weights you can put inside. I just want you to know that this vehicle is great out of the box. You don't have to do anything if you don't want to, and you will be happy with it. I appreciate you guys watching the video. I hope it's been helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. Here at Mayhem RC and Keith with Bulletproof RC, we are out here just to run our rigs and show you what we find out about them, and just have fun. And I want to say, if you want to learn a lot about customizing, about technology, and about putting vehicles to the test, as far as the technology and upgrading parts, Keith at Bulletproof RC is a good channel to check out. But also Chris with Everyday RC, he has lots of videos where he puts his stuff through the ringer and shows you just how durable it really is. Hopefully soon we'll have some videos of the carnage, the mayhem, the things that we put them through. Gonna work on that for sure. But if you guys like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And I appreciate you guys watching. And hey, go out there and have some fun, and take your RCs and do what we do. Put them to the test. Push them to the edge. And hey, if you break them, then you just get to fix them, which is actually half the fun. You guys have a great day. This is Scott with Mayhem RC, and we'll see you guys again next time.